everything on the table. Loser goes home.
Loser goes home. Winner gets another shot at Sentinels in the grand finals of the HCS Kansas City tournament. And this is a big one, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking a look at the series layout. Strongholds Streets to kick this one off. And this is one of the fastest paced game modes you can play in Halo Infinite. And both these two teams, they shine when the game gets fast.
You have the Bulldog, you have the Rockets, you have the Sentinel Beam, and you need a lot of teamwork if you're gonna want to come out on top in this game number one. As we're hopping right into things, Clutch, I cannot hold my excitement. Strongholds and the Rockets are gonna be a big part in who decides the victor here. So let's get things going.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know you were a Pioneers crowd to start the weekend off, but the green wall is as strong as ever, and Cloud9 has a very large fan base of their own. Those two teams want to hear you get loud. They want to hear your support in this series. They need it to get to the grand finals, and let's kick this one off with one of the best players in the game. It's Renegade.
Renegade on your screen takes heavy fire and goes down in tires as that B Stronghold is getting converted. Pznguin takes down Lucid, and Rockets in the hands of Eco takes down TriPPPeY.
Eco with the double already into B, 4 death for the green wall. And if there were questions about how Optic was going to perform after losing in the winners bracket finals, they have started slow for now.
An early trip cap for Cloud9, but Optic right there to recapture A. So 2 Strongholds in the favor of Cloud9 and a nice early lead for them.
Pznguin, such a steady, consistent performer for this team, wants to get back to the grand finals. Knows that his dynasty is at risk here today. Slow play in this one as B gets transferred over to Optic, and we'll see what Pznguin's able to do now.
Formal goes down. Good stalker shots for the assist by Pznguin, hopping on over into Arcade, trying to capture this B Stronghold as his team is already controlling Trem, controlling C, and there you have it. Control back in the favor of Cloud9. A couple members go down, and Renegade is right there in that B Stronghold.
Cloud9 fans, you should be very happy that Renegade now has a Stalker and a Bulldog to play around. He is a power weapon. He's a power weapon fiend. He's known for going off, and with this positioning, he's at least going to find APG. They get the first pick, and now let's see if he can stay alive.
2 members fall for Optic, but 3 go down for Cloud9 as Lucid heads on over to B with the Stalker Rifle. He is an absolute maniac with any sort of precision weapon, and actually, he's a maniac with any power weapon, with any weapon at all, as Lucid, one of the best players in the game. The trip cap is in full effect for Optic Gaming, and finally Cloud9 able to recap C.
You want to talk about fast-paced players, say it, pushing. C right here by himself doing so much damage to these players. Cloud9 didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. And now the trip cap once again in effect. And Optic Gaming have found their footing here in the elimination finals.
3 members were down for a second for Cloud9 as Optic still has the trip cap, and B's the Stronghold that Cloud9 is choosing to try to break this setup. A really bold play, and TriPPPeY is right there for the double kill reset. And B will stay in the hands of Optic as finally C goes over to Cloud9.
Big double out of TriPPPeY, and to get the reset, that was massive. APG wins his 1v1, and now all of a sudden Optic starting to use that momentum to build a lead. It's up to 30.
76 to 41 and counting for Optic as APG not able to get that fight. Renegade says not today, sir, and moving up towards B. Commando in the hands of Pznguin whips that melee, and that cost him his life as Lucid able to take him down.
Renegade makes a play, Lucid makes a play, and the superstars are out tonight.
Finally, some control in the favor of Cloud9 as they're down by double their score right now. B and C currently in their control, choosing to leave A alone, but he's getting a lot of pressure from this tires area, trying to stay alive, pulls out that disrupt out of his back pocket, trying to do some damage, but not spotting any members of Optic. Now heading towards PD court, back towards tires. APG and Renegade playing the game of ring around the rosy. Who's gonna get the better here?
And APG actually gets the benefit here. He actually opts to play around his team that's fighting bottom middle. APG able to impact this fight, but Renegade also finds his way into the scrum as he finds a kill on the TriPPPeY, but APG flips the map, and that is a rotation from APG that will make a difference in the score.
Yeah, a big play out of APG now, helping his team get control back, and just like that, it was about 80-40, and Optic putting some great points on the board, and Cloud9 able to close the gap as they're trying to recap C.
Lucid's good for one before he goes down. Rockets are coming up. APG finds another one, so now with numbers advantage, you surely think Optic would be able to fight for Rockets, but just as I say that, Cloud9, they get a clean sweep. APG's all of a sudden the last guy alive in the back of C. Rockets in the hands of Cloud9, and they are going to look to push a trip cap.
The trip cap in full effect right now, but B and C looking to be converted. Cloud9, APG, big kill on Eco there with the rocket, not able to take down APG with the Bulldog still in his hands. Spots the player, nice killing spree out of APG. Trip cap still for Cloud9. Finally, Optic looking to stop the bleeding.
5 big kills from APG, and they needed every single one of them to stay in this game. They're just down 12, in control of B and C now, and APG showing you exactly why this roster decided to keep it.
A couple members fall for each side. Renegade, aka Renegade, on your screen. I couldn't agree more with Tony on the desk saying he's a hunter. Once he spots you, once his mind is set to take you down, you are going down here in this ATM, trying to win this fight against TriPPPeY. Puts down some good shots to the Bulldog. Nice kill. Clean up reversal onto TriPPPeY. 2 members fall, 1 for each side. As Renegade trying to stay alive here in front of tower, choosing to go bottom mid. Continues to take shots, can't get his shields back.
Yeah, needs to stay alive here. It's a very important life. He's got that Bulldog shotgun that's impacted the game so much from here. A and B still in control of Cloud9, and Renegade, he knows he's got to get his way over to B to help Pznguin out because Pznguin was by himself momentarily. And now Cloud9 have a fantastic opportunity here to build a significant lead with this kind of control.
And look at Renegade here, pushing towards the commando wall, looking to go for the trip cap. Once again, I like this play out of Renegade and Cloud9. The TriPPPeY flank, he didn't expect it. Easy kill there onto TriPPPeY, and Renegade captures C, but they do lose A in the process. And this B stronghold right now is the most important, as it is in that middle point of the map. You don't want to lose control of B. Renegade making sure of that.
Great rotation from Renegade there. You saw him get out-rotated earlier. This time it's him that's doing the out-rotating. And now he's got himself a perfect flank. Lucid, clueless, finds a double. Can he get the triple is the question. APG with some good shots to shut him down, and that's a big kill onto Renegade because he was starting to heat up.
And what a swing out of Cloud9. What started off as a rocky intro to the game. It's been all Cloud9 the past few minutes, 181 and counting. They're looking to close game 1 out with a bang. They want to go to the grand finals for a shot, a rematch against Sentinels. They want their revenge.
Lucid with 13 to his name, leading Optic Gaming, and he's that main slayer that needs to step up and make a play here and now. Can he do it? Let's see, Eco, he gets shut down by Lucid. Can Lucid turn 2 is the big question. No, StelluR just barely takes him down. He gets traded out, so Optic do a good job of getting the slays, but right now, they're continuing to trade A for C and C for A.
Looking at the scoreboard, StelluR starting things off great. 15 kills on the board for him. Doing a wonderful job carrying that slaying role in this game number 1. Optic has some control right now. B and C in their favor. APG trying to stay alive, slipping around here in the arcade. Good shots on the StelluR. Takes him down.
Big shots. Can he win this 1v1? This would be amazing. He's got help. It's not a 1v1. Formal is there to clean up the kill. And we talked about the assist and how they would benefit Cloud9 looking at the graphic coming in. But it's Optic Gaming leading in assists in this game, and that teamwork is showing out.
B being converted over for Cloud9. Only 50 points left, 53 points left to go for Cloud9, and they will take the series lead 1-0 as StelluR with the stock rifle making his way over towards arcade, heading towards the tires right now, trying to put pressure on that A stronghold, choosing to back down, and I like that decision once again. Hold your ground, hold your advantage right now. You have B and C, and you have the lead.
Rockets are coming up in 5 seconds. These are a must get. If you're an Optic Gaming player, you got to figure out a way to get some slays, and Formal's going to kick it off with the first one of his own.
Eagle team nearing victory.
23 seconds left to go. 23 points, I should say. And Cloud9 will take game 1. StelluR spots Formal, putting a shot down APG with a big double kill. The Rockets are helpful and trying to get the trip, but TriPPPeY is right there to get that kill. 3 members fall. for Cloud9. This is a great opportunity for Optic with the trip cap. The trip cap and Halo Infinite is so deadly.
It's now or never, Optic. Can you do it? Can you hold the trip cap for a little bit? Just get back into this game and then hold on to B and C. A is the focal point for Cloud9 as of now. Formal trying to make his way there. Trippy gets a double, but unfortunately, Formal dies to the last player alive. That's Pznguin securing A and ending the trip cap for now.
Inches away from that reset. Formal not able to reset A as Pznguin slides right in, captures A, and now 3 dead for Optic, allowing StelluR and the boys to move up towards B. And there's a player lurking in there. That's Formal, and he goes down. Cloud9 making all the right plays as they're only 5 seconds, 5 points away with the trip cap and winning game number 1.
One more point and that'll do it. Cloud9 will take game 1 on the back of a magnificent performance from the entire squad, but that kill from StelluR solidified the win for me, and Cloud9 continuing their undefeated streak here in the elimination bracket. And you know, this continues to snowball downhill. The momentum that Cloud9 is building. If Optic Gaming cannot figure out a way to stutter it, to take a game, I am very worried.
Cloud9 rolling right now, playing absolutely phenomenal. Before this series, they did 3-0 E United, so they are definitely playing at the top of their game right now, going into game number 1, winning pretty handedly. In the intro stages of the game, it was pretty back and forth clutch. We saw actually Optic did have the upper hand, but after that initial 15% of the game, the last 85% was like mostly Cloud9 dominating, rotating correctly, controlling the power-ups. We saw APG come in big with those rockets. We saw StelluR make some plays, so that was a great game number 1 as they hop into some replays.
It's all about the rotations for me. Stronghold is a game of chess, and Cloud9, the best chess players we have in Halo Infinite. Such a Stronghold team they are, and every single time, like you said, Basil, Optic Gaming, they started off winning the battle of rotations, but eventually it caught up to them, and it was really that moment where Renegade pushed into Tram unsuspectingly, got so much damage down to 2 players. Not only that, but transferred C into his team's favor, and that was a moment where Optic, if they could take it back, they would be looking for Renegade on that flank. But unfortunately, you learn the hard way, you lose game 1. And now all of a sudden, the momentum that you had throughout the entire weekend starting to dwindle for the Green Wall.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Elimination Finals, game number 2. StelluR on recharge. You have the shock rifle, you have the camouflage, you have the sword, and you have a lot of abilities spread around the map as we hop into this game number 2 with StelluR from Cloud9.
Most importantly, you have to forget about the Sentinels game. I want to see Optic Gaming play a much more fast-paced StelluR here in game 2. The Sentinels game was eerie how slow it was. You played right into their hands, and already Optic starting to pick up the pace, starting to pick up a few kills, and unfortunately, Trippy's gonna lose that camo in his life with it.
Yeah, an unlucky way to go down with that camouflage. A random grenade takes him out as we're all tied up. 3 kills apiece, and guess who has the shock rifle? It's Renegade.
This could be bad. APG gets some information, gets some good damage onto him. Can he find the kill? The answer is no. Renegade with a nice shot melee onto him, and now multiple members of Optic dropping, and they need to slow this one down momentarily. Formal, he's made slight work of. Renegade's starting to heat up.
Consistency is the name of the game for Renegade. Such a steady shot. Solid decision making, always at the top of his game when it matters most. Nice no-scope on APG, backs him down near that mangler. Lucid gets the kill, APG gets one as well, so a couple members fall for Cloud9, allowing Optic to be a little bit aggressive on this power player right here, and that's Renegade playing the sniper, but he didn't play it, and Trippy sees it.
He didn't play it.
He did not
play it. Oh, it's not the oddball, but the shock rifle could be just as important here in this series. Trippy, we know the damage he can do with this shock rifle. Missed a vital shot in game 5 against Sentinels. A chance to redeem himself here now, and he slow plays it with the BR out. I love it.
Sneaky. Nice play there for Trippy, catching that player off guard. StelluR on your screen runs into the sword player. That repulsor is so important in situations like that, able to completely negate the sword's effectiveness right there. And now StelluR with the shock sword combo.
StelluR, one of the coldest players we have here. Don't give him a chance, he'll take it. You want him with sword out at this point. Unfortunately, just too much pressure, and he loses his life. That's a big kill by Formal.
And here we go. Pznguin just activated that camouflage bottom middle. Heading towards the Mangler, looking to go top bottom control spot the player. That's TriPPPeY. TriPPPeY understands that the camo is right near him, trying to milk his life as much as possible. A very hard position to be in. If you're TriPPPeY, all you can do is try to milk your life, and he's doing just that.
Pznguin, look how slow he's playing this. He finally gets the kill onto TriPPPeY. Lucid tries to make slight work of him, but he gets a little bit of help. That's all they needed to take down Lucid, and now camo sword in Pznguin's hands. The camo might go out. APG's no shield right in front of him. Surely he gets this kill, but no, APG making him work for it.
APG does get cleaned up right there. Pznguin in a one-on-one against TriPPPeY, and TriPPPeY wins that one. A big fight out of TriPPPeY, a big win right there. As now we're on board with Eco, the mastermind on Cloud9, the leader, the in-game leader, the do-it-all player. Eco Smith on your screen, 15-19. His team is trailing by 4, putting down some shots on APG. Top Class gets green gunned, I believe, and Formal takes him down. Now Formal with the flank elevator, looking for the double. TriPPPeY there to get that cleanup with a great grenade, but StelluR on the other side gets the kill as well.
I love the aggression by Optic and Formal there. What their mistake was in the Sin series, they don't repeat it. They want to keep up the pace. They want to play at their own pace. They want to dictate how this game's going to be played. Formal bringing it to Cloud9.
APG takes down Renegade with that shock rifle. Now Lucid, I believe, will pick up the shock rifle. I'd love to get his point of view, and here we go. Lucid putting on a show, picks up the shock rifle and takes the face right away.
What else is he going to give us? Potentially the best shock rifle player we have. Roll2 might say something about that, but I'd like to see him relocate here. That's exactly what his plan is.
I want to take a listen to what the comms are sounding like over on the Optic gaming side as they lead this game 27-20.
Right, nailed Brad.
Trying to look at camo.
They have it.
One's on grapple or something.
No, sword here. Repulse is going to be. She's hiding. He's silo. Nice, weapons are down there.
Yeah, he's weak, man. We one shot double stack. Sword down there too. Yo, make sure we kill. Look at this guy double stack.
Repulse shot. Right below you, Matt, right below you.
No, true there. Two side
I'm blocking elevator.
Yeah, we're chilling. They might be combo. Don't push them. Nice, 2 1. Let's push this then. Silo, try to make Pznguin.
I'm looking at repulse. Repulse shot. Batteries, mid-bridge right now.
I hear. I'm looking back.
Shot.
Watch absolute.
That was Rico and
C-box is weak.
They're gonna be behind you guys. Matt, you're out there.
We're all.
Can't run.
Going to full spread.
They're on tower over. 2 tower at least. Grapple's down.
Live out.
Yeah.
2 tower, Matt. One is sword there.
Yo, top cat. Top cat, one shot. Two more.
Another one shot.
Nice.
One's gonna be top elevator.
Top
elevator.
I'm right behind you, Matt. Right here.
I'm gonna go bottom middle, guys.
One guy saying they just grappled shock.
Okay, guys. He's Ballage. Kill this guy.
Shot. 2 ballage.
Two ballage. Let's go elevator.
Let's go upstairs. Yellow stairs.
Let's go elevator. Here we go. Careful.
Yo, you might need to back up.
He's A cash. He's top A. He's top tower.
Mid-bridge. He's neither.
They see me, guys. They see me.
Top tower.
He went top A. He's right there.
Caution. Look caution right now. Caution. Top over shock.
One shot, make a door.
Last for shock. Don't jump.
We have camo, guys. We have
kill batteries. Scamming batteries. One shot.
We have camo. We have camo.
Sneaky sniping.
Guys, listen.
You're going too long to C-plat.
Okay, I have camo.
Yo, can one of you guys look at me?
They're on C-boxes.
Pznguin. They're trying to push shower. Yo, in rush, in CQ.
Clear, consistent, and precise comms out of Optic. Gaming as the lead has slightly closed on them. They were leading by as much as 8 kills in the 20 mark, but now only a 3-kill game as Eco and the boys looking to make a rally.
Eco and Lucid, the last 2 alive for each of their individual squads, and all of a sudden, Optic's pace has benefited them so far here in Game 2.
Things have slowed down a bit right here. Neither team wants to make that first mistake. Neither team wants to be the opening on a potential push as TriPPPeY gets the opening, takes down StelluR, gets a double kill. Renegade able to take him down with that 2-member fall for C9. This could be an opportunity for Optic to play a little bit aggressive, but they choose not to overplay their hand and they choose to play it a little bit safer.
Optic still continuing to be aggressive, but set the tone. This is a big difference than the last time around. Formal peaks, sees 2. That's a lot of information for Optic Gaming. Let's see what they decide to do with it.
Eco hoping to get a bit of a lucky grenade connection there, not able to do so with now Formal with the shock rifle spots. Pznguin, good shots by Pznguin to keep him out of his scope. He knows how deadly Formal can be when he gets comfortable with any sort of precision weapon. That shock rifle almost takes Pznguin face. Not able to do that. Lucid gets, Pznguin takes down Lucid, so now only a 3-kill game as Optic only 7 kills away from tying the series up.
Renegade's right below them. They know he's down here somewhere, but not exactly there. Formal! Bang! With the shock rifle, and as camo is up, that's a massive kill for Optic Gaming.
Big play out of Formal right there. That shock rifle is so deadly. 4 kills away for Optic Gaming. And Formal is totally in his bag right now, in his comfort zone as we're hopping on board with Pznguin and that camouflage. This is such an important point in the game for Cloud9. Formal, though, still getting kills on the other side. Pznguin picks up TriPPPeY.
So little room for error for Cloud9 to try and take this game too. Pznguin, your camo's running out. What are you going to do about it? Formal's got that shock rifle. He's rotated towards pipes. And Pznguin, he's got to clear his corners, and because of it, this camo, it's going to run out before he gets all the way to elevator. You have to think that's why he's forced to slow play it.
But fortunately for Pznguin, he's able to make it into that corner of the top elevator, so no one knows that Pznguin is there, so at least able to put that camo to some sort of use. He's in a perfect position to pinch if his teammates players weak. Pznguin is right there, and now we see him trying to capitalize. Renegade gets one. Pznguin tries to drop on a Manglish there. He gets taken down. Formal goes down as well, 48 to 45. This one is going down to the wire. Eco now in turbine, spots a couple players, bottom elevator, not able to get the kills. Only 2 kills left to give if you're Cloud9. Nice kill. 48 to 47.
It's a Cloud9 sandwich, and Formal gets caught out, and all of a sudden it's 48 to 48.
What a comeback from Cloud9. It would be just devastating for Optic Gaming fans if you lose this game and go down 2-0. These next 2 kills are so important for Optic if they want to stay alive in this tournament, in this series. 2 kills left to go, and StelluR has a shock rifle.
Camo up in 5-2, so Cloud9 can play around the map here. StelluR does not have to do this. StelluR peeks, gets APG weak, gets hit by a nade, and all of a sudden maybe not in the best position to try and compete for this camo.
I don't even know if any team is going to try to go for that camo right now. They're just so close quarters. Eco in a bit of a compromised position by himself there in turbine. Now StelluR choosing to back up with try to get a different angle. That shot! Oh! StelluR takes down Formal with the perfect headshot. 1 more kill to go, and Cloud9 will take the 2-0 series lead.
You cannot peek when StelluR has the shock rifle. 1 kill to go for Cloud9. All of a sudden, for the first time in game 2, they have the lead. An APG, the pressure. They get 1, but it gets the stick. StelluR gets the stick.
What a play! Last 2 kills going for StelluR. He looked cool, calm, and collected. It's just another day in the office for StelluR and the boys. But what a win and what a devastating way to go down 2-0 in this series. Now your backs are truly against the wall if you're Optic Gaming, and it's such a tall task to try to reverse sweep this Cloud9 roster.
1 game at a time. But let's talk about StelluR. How unbelievable that Cloud9 push was. You saw TriPPPeY and APG stuck bottom elevator. All of Cloud9 sandwiches them, and they do such a good job to make sure they do not trade a single death. In order to get the job done, it took every single kill for them to execute that push perfectly on the elevators. And then once the shock rifle got into StelluR's hands, you cannot peek anything because StelluR will find his opening, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, when we went into that Astro Listen in, Optic had like an 8-kill lead. Everything seemed to be going their way, but when we got out of that Astro Listen in, it was an 8-kill lead, got down to 4 kills, and as the game got closer to the final moments, it just kept getting chipped away, and before you know it, Cloud9 was right there all tied up at 48 kills apiece, and like you said, Clutch, when StelluR has the shock rifle in his hands, you know he's gonna make plays. He gets the final 2 kills, and what a way to close out that game number 2 as we look at some replays.
Taking a look at the last 40 seconds of the game. Let's relive this moment from StelluR's point of view. And you want to talk about ice cold killers we have on the main stage, this kid just does it every time it seems. Relocates. Such a smart play to relocate here. Formal doesn't expect it. I didn't expect it. StelluR says, UP got teach. Rips the face.
I like that.
Formal.
I like that. StelluR, that 49th kill was so big, and his just expressions don't change. It's just another day for him, and this was a bold play by TriPPPeY. He grapples his way into top control, and maybe it would have worked out for him if StelluR didn't have some plasma grenades in his back pocket, but unfortunately for TriPPPeY, he got stuck. 50-49 is the score, as close as it gets in a Slayer, as we see the rest of the series layout. If Cloud9 wants to end this in a sweep, it's gonna be right here, but if Optic wants a chance at going to the grand finals, they're gonna need to win 3 in a row against a really powerful Cloud9 team.
You want to talk about how good at the game StelluR is, especially when the pressure is at its highest. I'm pretty sure he switched to the Plasminate from a frag in that moment with that kind of chaos going on, with the weight of the game in your hands. To have that kind of patience. I mean, StelluR, this kid's perfect. This Cloud9 team, they want to get back in the grand finals in a shot at Sentinels, and now they are 1 game away from getting the job done.
Switching from a frag grenade to the plasma grenade in the blink of an eye, in a split second. A little detail can make a big difference, as that plasma grenade ended the game number 2 and ended the hopes of Optic making the series tied up. Instead, 2-0 going into game number 3. Now, Clutch, if you're Optic, what are you telling yourself? What do you have to do in this game number 3? How do you regain?
They got to figure it out, man, and you got to take a deep breath. And the one person on that stage that I have confidence in, if he can lead the troops, if he can message how this is going to be done, this mountain they have to climb now, it's Formal. He's been through it all. 15 years of a career. He's had reverse sweeps in the elimination bracket finals. He's done the unthinkable. And for now, to have that kind of presence amongst your team, you got to relay the message that this series is far from over. And we got a very strong game type for Optic ahead of us. So you win game 3. Basically, you've been saying it all weekend long. The start to a reverse sweep starts with a game 3 win.
This is the swing game. Even if you're up 2-0, losing a game 3 just puts a weird pressure on you, right? Like, even if you're up 2-0 in a series, you lose game 3 against a really good team, you're going into game number 4 like, let's just close it out right here. Like, let's just close it, because you don't want to go to a game 5, obviously. And so this is a big game. Still hope for this Optic gaming squad. They came into this weekend, they came into this tournament fresh off of a victory from that FaZe Invitational in hopes of repeating that, hopes of coming to a major $350,000 on the line, hoping to try to take home the title. And this is their final shot, Clutch. If they lose this game, their tournament is over, and they will finish with 3rd place here in Kansas City. But I expect them to move past that game number 3 and go into game number 4, but the way Renegade and StelluR and the rest of Cloud9 is playing, it's gonna be tough.
For me, it's all about the control of the power-up and power weapon. How often did we see Cloud9 secure that camo there in game 2? Just about for free, and then how much damage were they able to do? What kind of positions were they able to get in with those camos? Optic's got to turn the switch on. They got to start focusing and prioritizing the power on the map to give them the advantages that they will take advantage of when they get it. But Cloud9, they're just so good at competing for overshields, for camos, for rockets, and Bazaar CTF, the name of the game is that set of rockets and overshield. And when you have those, it just opens doors for your potential. We'll see if they're able to change the story around.
Typically, this game type, when it's played at such a high level, ends because of the timer, right, Clutch? We see, so one cap means so much in this game type on this map. So we always talk about the snowball effect in Halo Infinite, and it's doesn't just apply to Slayers, it applies to any map, any game type. So I'm looking for Optic to come out strong, get control of the power-up, get control of the rockets, get middle map, get in their base first, try to be the aggressor here, pull the flags, and give yourselves as many chances to cap as you can.
I bet my paycheck that this is going 12 minutes. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be a banger of a fucking game. We have Bazaar, CTF, Optic need this now more than ever. They need you now more than ever.
Let's get it going, ladies and gentlemen, in the crowd. Make some noise. This could be the final game for Optic Gaming, and they need your support now. Loading into game number 3. Capture the flag on Bazaar. We talked about it. You got your rockets. You got your overshield. Those dynamo grenades can be pretty handy as well. And don't forget about that bulldog. Bottom rocks.
All right. Just about a perfect record for both teams, but one falter for Cloud9. That's an opening for Optic Gaming. Let's see if they can find an opening off the break.
Starting things off with StelluR. One member from each side goes down. TriPPPeY gets a double kill. Good start for Optic. Pretty even though as APG with the overshield now. Bottom middle spots. Eco calls him out to Formal. Good shots there. APG doing great work with his overshield. Putting it to work and now continuing to rain down shots on StelluR.
APG's got to play his life here. Renegade's found himself some rockets. The crowd's starting to get louder. You can hear the Optic chants in the back. But give him a reason to cheer, boys. Give him a play. Renegade looking to make a play of his own with these rockets. Lucid finds him. Unfortunately, Renegade's just got too much power.
Yeah, rockets and bulldog. That's a tough fight to go against if you're Lucid now. Hopping on board with Form, putting down shots on their tree. Takes down one. Pznguin goes down as well, so 2 members fall. Make that actually 4 down for a second for Cloud9 as Optic able to push in now. Formal jumping in to, looks like he may jump into the bar. Yes, he does. TriPPPeY's right there with him.
What can they do? They got bar control. That's really step 1 to getting into the enemy base. Unfortunately, they hesitate. Because of that, it's given Renegade the opportunity to flank across. He finds himself a kill. They flush Optic out. But no, Lucid somehow, some way stays alive, gets the kills, and keeps control of Cloud9's bar for now.
We heard Optic's comms last game. I want to take a listen to Cloud9's communication in game. What are they doing right? What has been helping them so much in this series as we hop into an Astro listening?
To their front base, the tree.
Okay, I'm getting
Here we are.
Yo, to their tree, 1 doubles. To their tree, 1 doubles.
We are one shot.
Nice.
Coming.
Doubles, he's out. One shot, one shot, two, 1 shot, all 1 shot.
3, all 1.
I'm coming, Kevin.
One shot their
Nice.
jump up. One shot their jump up. Lucid. One shot their fruit.
One shot,
Yeah,
yeah.
all dead.
TriPPPeY's up,
And
TriPPPeY's up,
Get
TriPPPeY's up.
Spawn throws.
There's another thrust fruit, I think.
Let him sounder. TriPPPeY's nading you from tree. I'm gonna go there, elbow, red.
Get our thrust. Get our thrust.
Alright. I spawned BR,
Okay, I'll get it.
Yeah, 3 guys street.
Live,
3 guys street.
Okay, I was gonna be doubles. I have spikes.
I did good damage.
Yeah, heard that.
BRTV.
They're doubles, and they're cubby, maybe? They're doubles?
I don't think Covey has. No.
They're doubles 1. I got 2.
They're tree. Yeah, weak APG.
I'm here, John.
He's one shot.
Pulling his tree, all dead. Lucid.
I'm getting turbo quick.
I think we're okay.
Lucid.
Elbow.
I can help you down. I'll kill you guys. You're fucking them up bad.
For Kevin, is your elbow?
I think he went through him. No, he didn't. That's him. No one should be in our base. There's Lucid.
In my opinion, the best leadership in game is Eco Smith. You heard his comms right there. He just takes total leadership in game and just makes sure the troops are all in line. You heard him call out Lucid. He does that. I team with Eco. He thinks whoever the best player on the other team is, Eco will just call him out and make sure that that player is not in the game, that player is not being effective. And we heard him right there calling out Lucid.
It's also because Lucid was the first one to spawn, so he's making sure if we see people, we should see Lucid first. If not, Lucid would be flanking. But Cloud9 doing a phenomenal job to secure that first cap to take the lead, and now Optic Gaming scrambling to get some control.
1-0 is the score as Cloud9 able to punch first and they get one on the board. So Optic is gonna need to come out strong right now and make something happen as Formal goes down by the Bulldog. Lucid there to take down Pznguin. We talked about it, Clutch. A 1-0 lead is really substantial here on this map in game type, and Cloud9 in the driver's seat.
APG needs to be careful here. This overshield cannot be wasted. He's going to be by himself now. Does get a melee, gets good damage with the dynamo grenade. That's information as well with the audio cue. Where is the rest of Cloud9? APG head on a swivel, has a little bit of help from Ormal now, and a couple of kills going in favor of Optic. 2 dead. Look for Optic to be aggressive here.
APG trying his best to stay alive here in the bar. Able to stay alive. Working with his team now, trying to get into the base of Cloud9, but this Cloud9 roster is going to play this so methodical. They understand that there's the clock is their friend right now. 7 minutes, and they will move on to the grand finals as Renegade clears out his bar, gets a double kill. StelluR now with the Needler moving out double doors.
I want to go and do an Astro Gaming listen-in with Optic Gaming. Hear what the comms are like on the brink of elimination. Let's see if they're as steady as they should be, as clear as they need to be.
Might be early, might be early.
Big door, pushing. Push on big door, absolute 100 pillar StelluR. And their pillars are shot eco.
I don't know how many days.
Or jump up in big door, jump up in big door. Our bridge, watch our bridge, watch our tree, guys.
Our alley.
Yeah, go ahead, push. Coming to you. I'm gonna help you.
So he's our alley.
Our jump up with
Get our flag.
he's a bulldog our tree right now, bulldog our
So
tree.
these guys are just OEing constantly.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out, Purge.
One alley, one alley. No, two here. Alley.
Don't check, guys. Don't check.
You can probably push up.
On our flag, guys, on our flag right now, on our flag.
Turn out bad.
Flag, staying alive.
Yeah, he's our beer. We got beer. Nice. Hope you guys. Our bridge.
Get everything here.
Beer.
One shot, he's one shot of beer. One shot, he's one shot of Purge. Our Purge. One shot of Purge. Shot of shocks, and the guy on truck.
On truck, please make Eco.
Keep low.
Looking for a locker. Rockets, guys, go for us.
They're gonna be on them.
They have
Our bridge.
Our bridge together.
Looking.
Our beer.
Nice. Renegade.
Rockets are out.
Our beer off the west. He's out of the west, but he has thrust. Pznguin.
Go, I'm down.
Good, solid comms out of Optic. You hear Lucid saying they're just OEing. They're trying to break down this Cloud9 roster, and what's working so well for them is the constant aggression. And Pznguin and StelluR showing that once more as they're already in Optic's base. Even though they have a 1-0 lead, they're going to keep the pedal to the metal and run the second flag.
StelluR gets a big kill on the APG. That's 2 dead for Optic. They're going to be coming off respawn. It's a big responsibility now for Lucid and Formal to figure a way out to stop this flag from advancing. It looks like they've got a few kills in order to do so, but eventually you have to see Optic take the aggressive approach. You have to see them get a touch. Pznguin a flag, but Pznguin on the flank gets a touch of his own, and now all of a sudden, a flag that you thought was going to be returned by Optic Gaming is still alive in the middle of the map.
A big play out of Pznguin, flanks around the treehouse and gets a touch on the flag, throws it by the middle. 2 members make that 3 go down for Optic, 3 down for Cloud9 as well. Renegade, last one alive, but he doesn't have much pushback as there you have it. The second flag goes in for Cloud9. And this is looking really scary if you're an Optic Gaming fan. Only 4.5 minutes left to go. And if you don't cap a couple flags, your tournament is over.
What a play by Pznguin there to be able to get behind enemy lines, get a touch on the flag, keep it alive, and more importantly, allow Renegade to do his thing in the meantime. Cloud9 now up 2-0 with 4 minutes left, Basil. Bazaar CTF is not the easiest game type to try and build a 2-flag deficit from.
They're keeping the pressure on. Renegade just picked up the newest overshield once again, being the aggressor that he is. Hops into APG's treehouse, takes him down. TriPPPeY and Formal stuck on the elbow. This is looking very dangerous for Optic as Renegade. I love this play. Run it towards them. You've already made them weak. Clean them out and make them spawn on the other side as APG gets taken down with some great teamwork. And Renegade playing this so patient, so perfect right now.
TriPPPeY's the last guy alive. He's got to stop Renegade. He's got to get the return. A lot of job to do. TriPPPeY gets the kill, but can he hop the return and get it? Cloud9's going to try and compete for it. StelluR gets taken down, and TriPPPeY may have just saved Optic Gaming tournament.
That was such a big play, such a big 2 kills, out of TriPPPeY. If Optic does not return that flag, they would have essentially almost no hope to win this game, but they're still alive. 3 minutes left to go, and here we go. APG running the flag as Formal is there to provide some cover fire, but he chooses to go into Treehouse instead of watch that angle, but fortunately APG able to get out of there.
Formal continuing to have poor timing here. Eco's in tree. Can he get the kill? No, Eco wins the 1v1, but Lucid in the meantime found Rockets, puts him to work, but no deaths on the side of Cloud9. 3 go down for Optic Gaming, and now all of a sudden StelluR's on the return.
4 dead for Optic Gaming. StelluR making plays time and time again, and there you see the return. 2.5 minutes left to go in this game, and once again Cloud9 in Optic space and running their flag.
Here comes the counter cap opportunity. You gotta get kills, Optic, and unfortunately Lucid, your best slayer, he goes down first.
StelluR choosing to get out of dodge right there, leaving the flag alone in Treehouse and choosing to instead reposition, and that's a great decision as he catches Lucid off guard. Not able to get the kill though. Renegade gets one on the other side, so 1 member for each team going down. Formal falling as well, so they cannot seem to string together a series of kills, Clutch, and they're going to need to do exactly just that with only 1 minute and 45 left.
This is such a difficult, tall task to ask of these guys. They are elite players, some of the world's best, but still, 2 caps in 1 minute and 30 against Cloud9. You got to be kidding me, but that's the hole they built. Can they cut out of it? It's the question. Lucid, he finds 2.
Big double kill there for Lucid. 24 kills for him, doing everything in his power to will his team to a game number 4, but it's looking grim right now. It's not looking great for Optic Gaming. TriPPPeY gets a kill. There's another one. 2 members fall for Cloud9. This could be the one and final chance for Optic to come back in this game.
We gotta go. Lucid just keeps getting knocked to no shield. He can't push up. Cloud9 doing just enough. Shuts him down finally, and though Eco is the last player alive. That kill from him is a big one.
Eco right where he needs to be right now, able to get his shield back and pushing this flag carrier. That's TriPPPeY. Easy money. 4 shot perfect for Eco. Look at him, he's just so in his element right now. He is expecting to go to the grand finals, and in 35 seconds, they will punch their ticket to a rematch against Sentinels in that grand finals.
Defense wins championships, and Cloud9's defense has stayed strong for 12 straight minutes, 24 seconds and counting. And Optic, they don't have the numbers. They have the flag, but it's over, Faisal. Formal, last guy alive, he gets removed, and Pznguin, he just wants to do some damage.
Pznguin saying, why not? I'm gonna run a 3rd flag just to put some salt in the wound as there's 5 seconds left to go in this game number 3, and that's going to be a clean sweep. Look at Renegade getting hyped up, and the rest of Cloud9 will be moving on to face Sentinels in the grand finals for a rematch. And Clutch, I cannot wait to watch that grand finals matchup, and wow, what a performance out of Cloud9.
And a slow start to the day. But ever since that Sentinel series, Cloud9 has been perfect. 9-0 in the elimination bracket run that they are on. And so often, Faisal, I say, it is so important if you're gonna make an elimination bracket run and actually have a shot at winning 2 best-of-5s in the grand finals, that you get the job done in these series quickly.
Could not agree more with you, Clutch. This is a scary team to be going up against in the grand finals, and if there is a team that would win 2 best-of-7s in that grand finals, it's Cloud9, but Sentinels obviously has something to say about that. We saw how Frosty, Snakebite, Lethal, Royal 2, and of course Royal 1 standing behind him. Those guys were playing phenomenal Halo, knocking out Cloud9 3-1 earlier in the winner's bracket, and now getting a chance to go up against them once again in the grand finals. What a series and what a performance out of Cloud9. Textbook Halo right there.